Hi, I would like to talk about the flow of wealth through a community or the relationship of how money moves in a city or a town or a neighborhood. And one can think about the flow of wealth or money through a system as either wealth building or wealth extracting, depending on where one sits within that system. So let me give an example. One example I really like is food, because we all eat, we all love to eat, and food is a very interesting system to think about. So when you buy food from Walmart or Whole Foods or Winn-Dixie or a local grocery store, somebody who lives in your city who owns it, or in the region, that money that you spend on food, which is often a good part of the money you spend every month, can move in your city in different ways, depending on how you purchase that food. So if I go to Walmart, the money that is made by that exchange goes to the owners of Walmart. They don't live in my city. How much are the people who work at Walmart compensated for their work compared to the owners? Are the people who work there able to provide for their families? Another example of food and how money flows through a system is if I have a garden and I grow a portion of my food in my garden and I save seeds and I don't buy a lot of stuff for my garden, then the money that is being spent is really staying in my house, although there's time being spent, and one can argue that that's money as well. One could also imagine a community garden or a food co-op where more people benefit from the work being done right there, where the exchange of money for food is occurring. So it's interesting to think about how money or wealth flows through these different systems, whether it's food, it could be purchasing clothing, it could be land ownership, it could be banking, many, many different examples, and how this affects where you live and how many people where you live get to sustain themselves, provide their basic needs, their foundational needs within the system based upon how wealth is either built within the community or city or extracted from the city. And one way to take this one step further is to think about not only how does the wealth move or the money move within your neighborhood or city or town, but also how could you make that or participate or not participate in the movement of wealth in your community. So an example of that could be perhaps you start your own business and you employ people who live in your city and you pay them enough so that they can provide for their families. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to some more conversations.